So this one, there are two ways of doing this. Okay. One is you do this entire thing. Here the steps are mentioned. Okay. Then you do Control G, click special, then click on blanks.
Yeah.
And say okay. Only one will get selected. Okay. Then go and do the auto sum. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And then you highlight this table with this blue line, and then you do an auto sum. Got it?
सर मतलब ये जो पहले स्टेप में जो फर्स्ट टोटल से निकले देन सेकंड टोटल से जो निकल गया फिर ग्रैंड टोटल पूरा को ड्रैग करके निकल जाएगा.
हाँ, ड्रैग भी नहीं करना है, एक्चुअली वो ऑटो सम करना है. सो दिस इज वन वे. The other way is you can do it separately. One table, auto sum. Another table, auto sum. And then the third table, auto sum. This is another straightforward, you can say, way of doing it, right? Okay. All right. Next, তোমার হচ্ছে ম্যাচ, তাই তো? এই ফাইলটা, হ্যাঁ, ফার্স্ট ডে ওয়ানের এটাতেই, ওই হ্যাঁ তারপরে আরেকটা আছে, তার আগে একটা আছে, প্যালিয়াম এক্সারসাইজেস, হ্যাঁ ক্লাস 1 এ,
क्लास 1 इंट्रोडक्शन पहले एक्सरसाइज.
হ্যাঁ. Okay, so the next question is around index and match, right? So let's go to the example of index here.
formula
There are more statistical formulas and all those different types of templates. MIS, all those things, dashboard. এটা হচ্ছে এই অ্যাডভান্স এক্সেল ফর্মুলাস আর একটা ফাইল আছে না অ্যাডভান্স এক্সেল ফর্মুলাস ইন দ্যাট ক্লাসরুম ডে 1 এ আছে না দেখছি আমি জাস্ট 1 মিনিট আমি একটু দেখি এটাতে মনে হচ্ছে 1 মিনিট লেট মি অ্যাড ইট See, I've just posted one saying using Excel functions. Part of day 1. Just check if you have received notifications, both of you.
Excel formula.
हाँ.
Okay, sir.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at this index. Okay, so this is the index. Here, what do we have? We have a matrix like this, which says week 1, week 2, week 3. Depending on the number of people, there is a price attached to it. Clear? So what do we have to do? How many weeks required? Let's say 2 weeks required. And how many people? 4 people. That means cost is 250. That is the objective, correct? So now if I do an index, what will index do? Index will first have to give it a reference. So what is the reference? That is from what data am I going to get it? Okay. Then how many people? How many weeks? So this is number of weeks is 2. Then how many people? 4 people. Clear? So it gives me the value of 250. Correct? Now the question is, this 4 and 2 that we wrote, it was entered manually. Correct? Number 2, number 4. Now suppose you have to drag it, or you have to get the column number. If it is a large table, you can't sit and count every time. Based on certain parameter, you will get that, or maybe you will take it as an input. So in case, just like in case of the GST table, we looked at the brand and the item. So brand could be anything. So from the drop down moment they are getting a brand, it is going and looking up which column is that brand in. If it is column 3, it is getting me a value of 3. If it is column 4, it is fetching me a value of 4. Correct? Now say instead of 1, 2, 3, I say Jan, Feb, March, April. Okay. And I will say month, I will give it as a drop down. Okay. Now, if week is 1, I can give it as a drop down also, the week. This is month. And this is week. One and month. So if I say week 1, it can be 1, 2, 3. Then what happens in my formula, this C8 means this one. So I have fixed that second row. Is this one? Number 2. Now suppose my value changes from instead of 2, you want to look at 3. In that case, you have to redo that formula. Correct? And similarly, if I want to change from April to Jan or March or Feb, I have to redo that formula because I have to count which column is Jan, which column is Feb. Instead of doing that, I can use a match. Match will fetch me which column is that value in. Understood? So see, if I choose suppose here I choose, okay, here I am choosing instead of C8, that means this is the week. So instead of C8, I will say this value, K7. And month, I will say as K9. K8. Okay. So this one is now K7 and this one is now K8. So this is my total index. Then row number. Row number can be anything from here. So if I choose the row number as this and then column number as this month, correct? Oh, this time it is getting the array actually. So this is K7. Right? Now, if I choose this March, values coming as null because here it can't make out March is which column. What is index expecting? Index is expecting a column number. So it is giving me an error. So what I am going to do, I am going to use match here. Match what? Match March. From where? From January, February, March, April. Clear? And then what is the value? 3. Clear? Next, in this one, I'll substitute instead of K8, I'll make it L8.
Why can't we use the match formula for week?
Because that we can use it there also. But here, I don't need the row number. In the sense, like in VLOOKUP, we look up a particular value. Your question comes from VLOOKUP, right? Why we are using match in that VLOOKUP? Because in my row, I am matching the value. Which city?
Yes.
VLOOKUP includes my leading value, but index does not include my row number. Index, yes. Instead of that, you can, if I get it.
Why is the formula working without using match function in the week?
Why? Because I have given row number 1 here. If it was city, let's say it was Kolkata, it will fail then. Kolkata, Pune, Chennai. Your formula will fail. Why? Because this row number, if I give this as a drop down here, it is Kolkata. See, my formula is failing.
Why is it failing?
Because one is the first row, 2 is the second, 2. Coincidence. Moment I change the value, it is failing. If I have a text, then I have to use my match. So now what I will do a match here to get me the row number. Are you following? Match what? Match Kolkata from where? From the lookup array. Value is 0. Row number or the cover? Number. Sequence. Correct. Index is like a matrix. এত নম্বর row থেকে এত নম্বর column আমাকে বার করে। See this. If I don't have a perfect index, if I don't have this, I will get a so when I'm using this as the reference, this index, this number is the intersection of these two. But if I don't have the intersection, then what I will get is I will get the whole value here. See, here when I'm doing a normal index, K7 with K8, which is blank value, it is getting me the entire table. Okay? A full table is coming. Now this K7 that I have, it is blank. If I populate the week number here, then I will say which week, second week. Okay, then see what is happening. It is fetching me the entire row, second row. Then I will say fetch me the column. Let's say third column. Then it will get me 3. Understood?
No, sir.
तुम मैट्रिक्स जानती हो? मैट्रिक्स डिटर्मिनेंट्स प्रज्ञा जानती हो?
No.
ये देखो मैट्रिक्स में क्या आता है? This is one column, this is second column, this is third column, this is fourth column, and this one is the first row, second row, third row. So when I am doing this, this is my entire table. If I don't give any particular row or column, it is getting me the entire matrix table. Here I am now telling it, get me the third row. So which value should it fetch? What is there in the third row? Yes, Pragya, what is there in the third row?
Cost.
No. Yeah, cost, but what are the values?
Values 700,
500,
500, 350 or 300.
Correct. ये देखो यहाँ पे आ गया 500, 700, 500, 350, 300. Right, Srimani?
Yes, sir.
Clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Now, out of this, I need only one value. Which column do I need? Tell me which column do we need? Depends on your requirement. If it is April, what will be the column number 4? So I will replace this K8. I'll replace this K8 with 4. See what value did it get? 4, 300, which means it is getting me this third row, fourth column. Clear? That is what this index and matches do.
If I'm not using match, our formula bar change.
Yes, bar manually আমাকে column numberটা দিতে হবে। But
column numberটা আমাকে select করে দিতে হবে।
যেটা আমার ওই জিএসটি টেবিলে হচ্ছিল, the shop associate salesperson can choose any item, any brand. তখন আর ওকে ভাবতে হচ্ছে না এটা রোতে আছে না কলমে আছে, ওটা ফর্মুলা দেখে নিয়ে ম্যাচ করে ওকে বলে দিচ্ছে। ইয়েস প্রজ্ঞা, একবার फिर से बोलो। आइडेंटिकल हाँ, ये तो तुम्हारा यहाँ पे रिक्वायरमेंट्स है। जैसे देखो तुमने ये वीक 1 दिया, तो ये वीक 1 के हिसाब से वो ड्रॉ आउट करेगा। दैट डे वी वर डूइंग द वी लुकअप ना, वहां पे भी ऐसा ही कर रहा था। This is week and this is, let's say, February. But it will give a value 0 because Feb it doesn't know. It doesn't want Feb. It wants the column number. So how will I get the column number? By doing the match. Match what? Match Feb from where? From this list. Exact match. Number 2. So now if I replace, instead of K, I will say L, then it will fetch me the corresponding. Clear? Both of you clear? प्रज्ञा clear? ठीक है, हाँ बोल के ही छोड़ूंगा। अच्छा, today we will start with a little bit of advanced conditional formatting. Okay, let me, I don't know if I've shared this with you or not.
कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग
है ना? अच्छा ठीक है। Shumai, can you check if you are able to see it? Class एक बार आज conditional formatting, এই যে conditional formatting করুন। अच्छा, ठीक है। Okay, open that. You know normal conditional formatting? Good. There is one chapter, there is one tab here on this Palium exercises file, okay, about the conditional formatting. See, there are different examples. You can try these. Okay, in case you don't have any questions, let me know. Okay, so let us first see a little bit advanced on the conditional formatting. Now, first of all, do you know what is conditional formatting? You know what is conditional formatting?
value based on certain condition.
Yes. Basically, it is formatting
Based on condition.
based on condition. Clear? That is why conditional formatting. Simple English language. Now, there are different ways of doing the conditional formatting. For example, if I were to just highlight the basics from here, see here, highlight sales if it is less than 18,000. Straightforward. What we can do? We can remove the condition first. How do you remove conditions from here? You can go to this or go to conditional formatting. If you do clear content, it will clear out the values also. So you can't do delete, you can't do clear content. So you have to go to conditional formatting, clear rules from selected cells. Done. Now what is it? Highlight sales. Yes.
No.
हाँ बोलो.
Network down हो गया.
ओ अभी सुनाई दे रहा है ना? अच्छा हाँ ये वाला. हाँ, this is the basic वाला. Open the basic tab. Now here, if the condition is less than 18,000, that means highlight cell rules less than, you can say 18,000. Done? Say okay. So your values are highlighted in pink. Basic tab, basics. Achhe? Now you can do the opposite also. It is less than 18. You can choose another color and you can say greater than 18. And instead of light red, you make it green. Say okay. All right. Now there is a catch. There is a problem here. Can you tell me what is the problem? Looking at this sheet. Huh? What is the problem? Yes, Pragya, bolo. What is the problem? No problem.
One condition.
No, two conditions, right? One is pink, one is green. So what is the problem with that? If I highlight this, you will see under manage rules. Can you tell me what is the problem with doing with this? If at all there is a problem. क्या प्रज्ञा कुछ नजर नहीं आ रहा है? अरे, look at this 18,000. Why is it not colored? Correct. That means what? Equal to the leave करेगा छे? That is the problem with this. हाँ. So that means we must have a condition that will include that equal to also. Otherwise, so many values will get left out. So here what? हाँ, either greater than or less than ले रहा है. So now what you can do is you can go back and say greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, depending on which side you want it. If you want it on the higher side, you will say greater than equal to is green. Got it? That is it's not strictly a problem, but it was leaving out some conditions. That's it. If it is less than equal to, oh, both are less.
ये भी सेम है ना जो मतलब एक्सेल में जो करते हैं सेल अपीयरेंस को जो
हाँ
जो होता है वही है.
हाँ हाँ. यहाँ पे now you can do this hide text and all that. Okay, so first one you can try out these on your own. Now let us look at this second one. And let me copy this out. Okay. What is our problem here? Our problem here is that we want to okay. Now here, not one condition. Earlier though it was easy. If it is equal to apple, then you can do it. Now the question is, I want to check three things here. Highlight cherry or plum, two things.
Cherry.
If it is either cherry or plum or maybe apple. Or, not and. And so it will not happen, right? Understood, Pragya, what is the problem? The condition that you have to use is highlight cell rules equal to text that contains. So here I have said apple. Now see, apple and pineapple has got highlighted. I also want plum and cherry. How will I do that? Did you choose the entire data set?
I have to select the entire data. No, I said only the first one.
Okay. Now see, the good thing here is you go to conditional formatting. There's a slight trick here. You have to use a formula. Use a formula to determine which cells to format. And you have to use the condition or, function or. So either A3 equal to cherry or A3 equal to plum. And if you want to add apple also, you can write at the end A3 equal to apple.
Or.
Hmm.
Or.
Yeah. Understood, Pragya?
Yes. When we need two values, then we can मतलब वो और के जगह and use कर सकते हैं.
नहीं, and is both conditions have to be true.
Okay.
एक सेल में अगर दो वैल्यू होगा then it is fine. Understood?
Then मतलब both and अगर दो value है तो.
नहीं, दो वैल्यू का एंड नहीं. And means both conditions have to be true. It has to be apple and plum or cherry and plum. Huh? How did you write it? And those are case sensitive also. So be careful about the way you write it. Okay. Next, highlight odd ones. See, I have put the instructions also here. So let's say So we have to highlight the odd numbers only. So I'll first select, I'll click on the first cell with the number, go to conditional formatting. You can do entire also. Then we'll have to, copy and paste it basically. And then we have to go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, okay? And we have to use more formulas. So in this formula, we will have to use the condition is odd. So equal to is odd. That is a function. What is odd? A3. And how do you want it to be colored? Maybe I want the fill to be, let's say, blue color. Say okay. See, this is now even number, so it is not coming. So let me change it to odd number. See, it is now colored. Okay. Now from here, I can copy this, go to paste, special, and then I have to do the formats, paste the format. So I will now highlight this, go to paste, paste special, formats, and say okay. Now see, all my negative number, all my odd numbers have gotten highlighted. Got it? Now I can do, sorry? अच्छा, इसमें क्या किया पहले, after this formatting is done, I went here, highlighted, I copied it first, then I highlighted it, went to paste special, which is right at the bottom, then paste what? Paste the format. I don't want to paste the values, I don't want to paste the formulas, I only want to paste the format and say okay. So everything will get copied over. Okay. Now let's try it with the even. There is a condition with even also. So I can say new rule, use a formula, equal to, is odd, you can say is even. A3. Now see, all my even numbers are colored differently. Now I can either do it on one cell and then paste the format in all, or I can highlight all of them and do the condition for one. Shimei, watch this. I did this for one, selected all of them, manage rules, and did this directly. So I don't have to copy that format again, or you can do it the format. Pragya hua? So for even you will get one set of colors. For odd you will get another set of colors. Okay. Next, orders from. You. Correct. Correct. ये देखो is even. Next is orders from. So we want to highlight those where the orders have come from Texas. This is the rule. We'll say E4 equal to TX. Okay. No, did you not highlight the whole table? A 4, 5 drag करले 4, 5, 6 down and move करवे. ना तंजल no কথা না. You can highlight this. হ্যাঁ তাহলেও হবে. Okay, try it out later. Next is dates after. So you can say current date is today's date. So you can have like date today. This is today's date. Now production dates, you want to check whether the dates are before or after. That means then you want to check which one. KitchenAid today. This is production date older than 180 days. And what is the other condition? In the next 30 days. Right? After 30 days. One is after 30 days, which is this one, and this one is older than 180 days. Older, money it goes back. समझ गई? No. Format only cells that contain हमारे date minus 180 days माने last 6 months है. ये वाला confusion किसे? क्यों है? प्रज्ञा समझी? One is in the next 30 days. It is green in color. From today, within after 30 days from today. And another one is which is 180 days or older, which is older than 180 days. That means from today, you go back 180 days. एकदम older than 180 तो ठीक ठीक আছে এটাকে less than equal to করে দাও না if that is okay that is also fine but my formula writing will remain the same way हाँ क्या बोल रही हो
आइडेंटिफाई क्या करना मतलब प्रोडक्शन डेट और
हाँ so you have to check see these are batch numbers and this is the production date
प्रोडक्शन डेट
so they want to find out which batches are older than 180 days understood ও অ্যাকচুয়ালি যখনই ও যখন ফর্মুলা ফেলে না ও সবসময় ফিক্স করে ফেলবে you will notice even if you don't do anything system will do that for you see this ও সবসময় কারণ ওকে তো ওই তার ভেতরে ওকে ফেলতে older than and less than next one now we are comparing the columns we have two set of values like two set of customer names two set of numbers account numbers you get from two sources then you want to compare which is in this or which ones are not in this or which ones are not the same right so here what we are doing we are saying conditional formatting manage rules not equal to A3 is not equal to B3 এটা some places you will find the exclamation mark followed by equal to that also is okay not equal to so here we are comparing apple to apple Berkshire Hathaway to Berkshire Hathaway Chevron with Chevron Inc dot can you tell me in this row number 9 why is it highlighting they are the same correct that is why it is very useful like Walmart look at Walmart there is a dash here also like Citigroup if I put a dot in this then it will immediately get highlighted because Citigroup dot and one is Citigroup এই যে manage formulas you get it edit formula
यहाँ पर रोड में भी हाइलाइटेड हो जाएगा डिस्टेंस
हाँ एकदम ওটা কি সবকিছু আলাদা আচ্ছা now look at the difference it is comparing with what হয়তো পাশের সেলটা কলামটা হয়তো blank edit do edit comparing with
F4 and
हाँ, एक मिनट. Oh. हाँ, प्रज्ञा क्या बोल रही थी?
So, question of order from.
What is?
The order from is my question.
एक बार फिर से बोलो.
Orders from.
Orders from.
Orders from. डेट फैक्टर से पहले वाला जो किए थे वो जो टेक्स्ट का था.
ये डेट वाला.
और उससे पहले ऑर्डर्स फ्रॉम जो.
हाँ हाँ हाँ
सर उसमें वो जो लिए थे हम टेक्सास का.
हाँ.
सर मल्टीपल.
हाँ, कर सकती हो.
जो टेक्सास को हाईलाइट किया है मल्टीपल कैसे करें वो जो अदर स्टेट को मल्टीपल हाईलाइट कैसे.
हाँ, ऐसा कर देना और कर देना. समझी ना? ये जैसे हमने यहाँ पे क्या किया, और कंडीशन यूज किया ना, और एप्पल और चेरी और प्लम, वैसा ही और कर देना. राइट विथ और. আচ্ছা, यहाँ पे তোমার ওখানে না একবার এটা দেখো তো, এটা ডলার দেয়া আছে, ডলার এ ডলার বি. না, ওই আমাদেরটা একবার ডলার দাও তো. কলমের আগে. রাইট. পুরোটা হয়েছে. ওটা কি হচ্ছে, ও যেহেতু ডলার এ ডলার বি দিয়ে ফিক্স করেনি, ও তখন ওইটাকে যখন নিজের সঙ্গেও কম্পেয়ার করছে বা পাশের ভ্যালুর সঙ্গেও যখন কম্পেয়ার করে নিচ্ছে, ওই যেটাকে পাচ্ছে না. যেমন মানে আমার A3 আর B3 এর কম্পারিজন, আর B3 তে গিয়েও কি করছে, B3 B4 C3 এর সঙ্গে কম্পেয়ার করছে, তার পাশেরটার সঙ্গে রিলেটিভ রেফারেন্সিং. তো হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ওই জন্য সেকেন্ড কলামটা ও অনেকগুলো হাইলাইট করে দিল. Okay, Pragya got it. Okay, next one, highlight missing values. Missing values means there is one list here and there is one list here. You know how to create a list? Acha, ठीक है. Okay, forget it. Now say my list is C4 to C9. That is C4 to C9. See, I am calling this list name, basically name reference. Okay. And then I am going to compare. I want to highlight those values that are not in the list. So I am counting each value from the list. If the value is equal to 0, that means the value does not exist. Correct? So I will highlight that. List B. It is C4 to C9 is the list. Count if. Count if ফর্মুলাতে হচ্ছে লিস্টের ভেতরে A4 ভ্যালুটা আছে কি নেই। Count if মানে কি A4 ভ্যালু মাস্ট এক্সিস্ট। তাহলে তো ভ্যালুটা 1 হয়ে গেল। 1 হলে হাইলাইট করবে না? হ্যাঁ, এই যে গ্রেপকে হাইলাইট করেছে তো। হ্যাঁ, বি তে তো গ্রেপ নেই। আমার এই ভ্যালুজ এর মধ্যে which values don't exist in list B? কি দেখছি না conditional formatting, manage rules, count if এর formula. What does a count if formula do? Tell me. Based on a list. আমার এখানে লিস্টটা কোনটা বলেছে? C4 to C9 কোন ভ্যালু কে চেক করছে in this formula? কোন ভ্যালু কে চেক করছে? A4 के? अरे चेरीटा तो A4 है रे बाबा। So if it exists, count যদি exist করে তাহলে value will be 1. 0 দিয়েছি তো আমার যদি কন্ডিশন 0 হয় তাহলেই হাইলাইট হবে। চেরিটা যখন আমার এইখানে লিস্টে এক্সিস্ট করছে আমার ভ্যালু কি আসবে? count if, ঠিক আছে? count if what? This is range. count what? count cherry. আনসার কত আসবে? সেই জন্য হাইলাইট হচ্ছে না। আর যদি এটা আমার গ্রেপ হয়, গ্রেপ ইজ A6, understood? Checking if a value from list A exists in list B or not. प्रज्ञा समझ में आया? Done. Look at the second one, highlight two conditions. One by one, all are there. Do them. Here we are checking if a particular property is 3-bedroom and under 350,000. That means bed has to be more than 3, value has to be less than 350.
सर यहाँ पे जो फॉर्मूला दिया है इसको तो चेंज भी कर सकते हैं.
हाँ,
तो क्वेश्चन है अंडर 350 के. यहाँ पर फॉर्मूला में C4 ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू, तो इक्वल टू को मतलब हटा सकते हैं यहाँ पर.
हाँ कर सकती हो. सी यहाँ पे तुम्हारा दोनों कंडीशन ट्रू होना चाहिए. अर्लियर यू आर आस्किंग ना, व्हाट इफ देर आर more the fruit names.
Edmond.
All right. So in this, we are highlighting properties with more than 3 bedroom and the price is more than 350. So what are we doing? We are going and putting in a rule. What is that rule? Using a formula. What formula? And formula. And what? This B4 has to be less than 350,000 and C4 has to be greater than equal to 3. Done? So only 2 values are there. Now this one is more than under. So this one is under, but number of bedroom is 1. So if I make this 3, then see the value. These are useful later on when you're looking through customer data or in your case banking data, you want to identify multiple conditions. What do you handle in the bank? Retail. Okay, like what part of the retail?
It's anywhere years because it works sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes advance work, sometimes cash work. Depending on
Do you have to do these kind of reportings also? Not.
that much. Sometimes very good.
Usually you take it from Finacle and do it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. You don't have to do in Excel related.
Not much, but sometimes we have to filter out some data from the Excel reports that are sent to us by
somebody else.
by management.
Okay.
So we have to filter out or sort the data or whatever we need for our branch.
Okay. Now see in the next sheet, we have where we'll highlight how many values. So here we have set 3 values. Instead of 3, if I make it 5, it will highlight 5 values from my list below. Okay. So what condition are we using here? We highlight the data, go to manage rules. Here we are using the function large. That means A3, this value has to be greater than the 5 values or 3 or 2, whatever you have said, out of this entire set. Okay. So if the value here is 5, that means this value has to be greater than the 5 values. Not greater than equal to. Right. Highest value. So, like if you look at this 452 condition, 452 condition ki ache? If you think of it, 452 is greater than equal to the 5 largest value, তাহলে এটা highlight হবে। এটা তো আমার positive condition। what is my condition? I have 3 values, correct? Say out of 5 values, see, I have 100, I have 120, I have 130, I have 140, I have 150, and I have 160, let's say. So which are my top 5 values? These are my top 5 values. So this value, when I'm checking, it has to be either greater than or equal to my top 5 values. If it is less than my top 5 values, then it will not be highlighted. So what are my highest values in this data set? Let's take it with one value, let's say 1. My highest value is 490. No other cell has 490. So if another cell has 490, that will also get highlighted because that value is equal to the largest value. Clear? Now let's make it 2. So my 2 largest values are 490 and 452. So out of that, I am getting these 2 as highlighted. Understood? That is how it is. Formula টা আমার কি দিচ্ছে?
Large তো আমি largest রাখতে পারি।
5 large, 2 large, 3 large, 1 large. লিখিনি, এটা তো আমি তো সেলটাকে রেফার করছি $1.
কতগুলো লার্জ সেটার জন্য
वही तो समझने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। देखो यहाँ पे क्या है, फर्स्ट टेल मी दिस, इफ आई highlight top values, how many values to highlight? Let's say 1 value. So how many values will be highlighted? Only 1. The highest value is 490. No doubt about it. Now, why is this happening? Because what I'm doing, I'm coming here, I'm saying from my data set, give me one value which is the largest. Or I will say from my large, I will get one value. Cell value has to be equal to that one value. Understood? Kya re? I have this set. I am highlighting one value. How many values will get highlighted? 1. So which is the highest? Large will identify the highest, one highest value. That is 160. That will get highlighted. Clear? No doubt about it. Now say I have 2 values. So large will get me what? 2 topmost values. So I'll say 2 values here. So it will highlight these 2 values. So when the formula conditional formatting will check, it will check 217. Is it within these 2 values? Greater than or equal to us? It is not greater than or equal to this. So it is not highlighting. Now come to 452. 452, is it greater than or less or equal to 452 and 490? Because those are my 2 highest values. Samji, Pragya. तुम अच्छे से ना ये फंक्शंस वाला जरा रिवाइज करो, समझी?
ओके।
तो देखना तुम्हारा ये थोड़ा क्लियर होगा. See, when I'm looking at this large value, what is it doing? Large is my this array. Out of this, I am getting two highest values. Okay. So what are my values here? What is my second highest value?
452.
So it has to be less than equal to 452. हाँ, तो B1 के, because that is why initially when I did this, I changed this one. So if I want the fifth highest, got it? Clear? Now look at this search box. सर्च वाला देखो. वाह, ये अलावा cannot see this. Pragya, see, in place of horse, I'm writing dog. So it will highlight those values that have the word dog in them. Simple. So I will go to this conditional formatting, manage rules. It will tell me. First, we will search for this value. Does it exist? So normal search, what happens? It will fetch me the value. Search. Search what? Find text. This text within what? Within this. Starting from where? From the beginning. কোনটা সিলেক্ট করব? পুরো বলতে হ্যাঁ, সেটা আপাতত এখন আমি এটা করলাম, করে দিয়ে then I can extend it also from the beginning. So if the first letter has only that word, it will get missed out. See this starting number. What does it say? Read this. Window within the text, counting from left, at which you want to start searching. তাহলে first তিনটে numbers তো ignore হয়ে যাবে, first তিনটে character.
G আপনার S থেকে পড়তে শুরু করব, dogs এর D ও G টা পড়ব.
So which is the problem, right? এখানে যখন ও dog কে search করছে, and I suppose, see, change it to 4. See, it will say dog doesn't exist. Understood? Pragya, clear? So now, since this one returns a value which is not a number, system will ignore it. Otherwise, system will, if it is a number, so what are we checking? Is number. That means search result. Number means there is a value that has been found. তাহলে is number আমি চেক করে নিচ্ছি। Understood? Is number. So this one, is it number?
Yes.
That is what you are checking. See this, if I say is number, the formula is number. Is number what? This one. True. Something as simple as conditional formatting can complicate life. प्रज्ञा समझी?
हाँ सर.
अब तुम्हें सोने को मन करेगा, रेस्ट लेने को मन करेगा. अच्छा देखो, नेक्स्ट वन इज पास ड्यू. हाउ मेनी डेज बिफोर और आफ्टर पास ड्यू? 14 days, 10 days from today's date.
सर यहाँ पे कुछ माइनस में डेज है.
So minus means before, plus means ahead. Okay. Next, overdue. Something similar. Overdue by 5 days. You have to highlight the days. What are due? Right? Conditional highlighting there. So you are highlighting those values which are overdue by at least 5 days. So system will go. So you go to conditional formatting. Again, put in a rule. The rule is the date has to be less than today's date. Minus 5 if it is at least 5 days before today. ওইটাই ওটা মিস ওটা করে দিয়েছে রিমুভ করে দিয়েছে this one is not before 5 days so it's no longer highlighted. Understood? प्रज्ञा समझी? ये सब ना तुम आराम से बैठ के खुद करो. All the solutions are given. So you try it out, check what it is. कुछ आराम से नहीं होगा जब तक नहीं करोगी नहीं समझ में आएगा.
समझने से समझ आ रहे हो.
ठीक है. अच्छा देखो हाँ ये सब वैसे ही सिमिलर है. समथिंग और दी अदर highlights date in the next 10 days. Dates between, you have given this date and this date. So those dates, all dates between these two dates have to be highlighted. Clear? I'll do the last one, which is something different. I have a matrix like this. Nokia, Apple, Samsung, LG, Hitachi, HP. Okay. Now we can create a map like this. This is called as a heat map. Color scales. I go and choose the color scales. If I want to hide the value, okay, if I want to hide the value, all that I see, if I click inside, the value is still visible. So what I have to do, I have to highlight this, go to conditional formatting, manage rules, you will see this is the definition. If it is less than 15 percentile, then it will be green. If it is more than 50th percentile, it will be red. Done. Next, what we have to do? We have to go to the formatting here. Go to custom and just make this semicolon. So your numbers will disappear from here. Understood? चलो. आज के लिए इतना ही काफी है. प्रज्ञा को सर दर्द होने लगा है. क्यों प्रज्ञा? क्या नहीं? बोलो ना. हाँ हाँ. नहीं हीट मैप इज अ टर्म दैट दे से. बेसिकली ये कहाँ से आता है? द टेम्परेचर मैप कम्स ना इन द समर और विंटर. इन द टीवी यू विल सी if it is very hot it is red in color, if it is hills it is green in color, like that. So the color will indicate the value. And what value? If you go to the manage rules, you will see what is the graded color value. Green, yellow, red. ठीक है